video. Today's the 25th of September and Tyler Jane has still not made an appearance. So this little madam is taking her sweet time. She's on her own schedule. Dancing a little jig there. Yeah, I've got sad news to share. Mutti passed away on Monday morning, the 23rd of September at 2:20. I would love to say that I'm really sad and that I'm really distraught and whatever, but I'm not. After she fell and broke her femur a few weeks ago, she's just been deteriorating, not only in her appearance, but I think mentally, I don't think she was really there anymore. I think the anesthetic scrambled her brain, and which is not a bad thing because she was quite delusional, which is something she's always been wishing for, that she just loses her marbles a little bit so that she's not so compass mentis about everything that's going on. So Mom phoned your Oma, my mother, phoned Daddy's phone at about 3ish in the morning just to let me know, and I think myself and Liesel and Eric and Francois are still quite relieved and happy about it, but Oma's having a hard time. And I suppose especially because I've now said to her, you know, I can't. She's been posting pictures of Mutti on the family WhatsApp group and it doesn't even look like Mutti. She doesn't have, you know, her hair done or her teeth in, and the voice notes and the videos that they send just doesn't sound nice, you know. But it was an absolute blessing because Tony Liesel and Ella's just flown there. They flew there on Friday night. No, Sunday night. To go visit Mutti, which I didn't personally think was a very good idea because towards the end she looked a bit like a skeleton covered in skin. And I think it's and the fact that she kind of chases you away and only wants to speak German and whatever, just it was quite traumatizing. I think it would have been quite traumatizing for Liesel and Ella. So I think it was a bit of a blessing that she passed before Liesel and them had to go and see her for a last time. Yeah, and like I said, Oma's now very upset because I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to the funeral, and I never would have wanted to see her like that. And Oma's like, oh, well, it's part of life. And I'm like, well, lots of things are part of life, but doesn't mean that you have to expose your kids to it or yourself. Anyway, it is very unfair of me, I get it, to just write people off, but like I said, I just don't cope well. I don't cope well with death or with... Anyway, it's all worked out really well because I've got this big bump, so I can't go to the funeral anyway, or to the wake, or to the memorial service, or whatever you want to call it. And I kind of think I said goodbye to her anyway in January at her 100th birthday. Yeah, anyway. Oh, and again at Francois and Ida's wedding in... I can't remember when, but anyway, a little bit later on in the year. So shortly after the operation, my mom moved her to a different facility and cleared out her apartment and everything. So now it kind of feels like everything's been done, and we've already got some of her couches and some of her stuff. It was shipped here Monday a week ago, and yeah, that's the news. So my last message was about the meaning of life. I did ask Mutti about the meaning of life once or twice. I can't remember exactly what her answer was. And honestly, like, I haven't cried once. I just haven't. So maybe it'll still come. You know, like, I looked through your baby album the other day. Now this morning, and you see this beautiful picture of you and Mutti sitting on the settee that we now have here in our house, and you kind of think like, well, that's gone. But at the same time, like, she was 100, and just, I think she had such a fantastic life that there's just really nothing to be sad about. And she always said to me, like, please don't mope around when I die, and don't cry at the funeral, and just celebrate my life, you know. And she had a fantastic life. So we discussed it one evening lying in bed, completely out of the blue. Peyton was like, how's Oma? So I said, Oma Inge. And she goes, no, the other Oma. So I said, Mutti. She says, yeah, how's Mutti? So I said, no, unfortunately Mutti's busy dying. So she goes, oh no, because Peyton just cries and cries and cries. She gets very emotional, very upset. So I said, like, no, don't start crying. There's nothing to be sad or upset about. She's had a good life, and she's going to go up to heaven, and there she'll be pain free and happy and whatever. So Peyton said, so she's going to go back to her mum. I was like, how did this 3-year-old even put it together that Mutti has a mother? It's something that I didn't even think about, because she's my grandmother, but of course she has a mother. And it was, anyway, it was just, so then I said, no, yeah, she'll go back to her mom and her dad and her brother and her sister and Grolshi and everyone up in heaven. And Brooke was very concerned about how they eat, how they get food up in heaven. But pretty much everyone went to bed with a smile on their faces, happy that Mutti would be going back to a peaceful place. And the morning that I announced, so Monday morning when I announced at the breakfast table that she had passed away, Peyton said, oh, okay, can I have some Weet-Bix? And Brooke said, oh, that's really sad. And again, a couple of times during the day, he said, like, oh, I want to cry for Mutti. And I said, well, you're more than welcome to cry, but it's not necessary, because she's happy where she is now. And she wouldn't want us to cry for her necessarily. She's fine. So Liesel is taking care of all the funeral arrangements, and I think the funeral, the wake, or the memorial, whatever, is going to take place on Saturday. And Oma Inge and them will fly back, because they're here at the moment in Somerset West with Study Salome. They'll fly back and then come back again. So Tyler Jane, the fact that you are taking your sweet time to come out is inconveniencing everyone. Erika, Liesel, Francois, my mom, everyone's going to be back in Pretoria, most probably when you arrive. But anyway, little madam's on her own schedule. Still snug as a bug, which I'm perfectly happy with. And yeah, if you can stay in there until Friday, that would be great. Love you guys. Okay, bye.